What happens when the world's leading AI company suddenly loses its visionary leader? In November 2023, OpenAI stunned the tech world by ousting its co-founder and CEO, Sam Altman. Within days, the company went through 3 different CEOs, leaving the future of ChatGPT's creator in question. As power shifted between leaders and employees threatened to leave, the stakes couldn't have been higher. With Altman now back at the helm, OpenAI's path forward is anything but clear. Why was Altman pushed out, and what does this internal chaos mean for the future of AI? As tensions rise, the world is left wondering if OpenAI can stay true to its mission while navigating an uncertain landscape. What happened? The roots of the turmoil can be traced to the very structure and philosophy of OpenAI itself. Founded in 2015 as a nonprofit organization with the mission of ensuring that artificial general intelligence (AGI) benefits all of humanity, OpenAI later transitioned into a capped profit model with the creation of OpenAI LP. This structure was designed to strike a balance between attracting private investment and maintaining the nonprofit's founding ethos. However, as OpenAI's technological breakthroughs, especially the launch of ChatGPT in November 2022, drove it into the spotlight, tensions began to rise between its nonprofit governance and the demands of a rapidly growing business. The launch of ChatGPT changed the landscape for OpenAI and the entire tech industry. The chatbot quickly became one of the fastest-growing applications in history, capturing the imaginations of millions of users across the globe. It sparked an industry-wide race to develop generative AI technologies, with companies like Google, Microsoft, Meta, and others scrambling to match OpenAI's success. Yet beneath the surface, disagreements were brewing within OpenAI's leadership about the company's direction. While details of Altman's ousting were initially unclear, reports began to emerge that suggested the board had concerns about Altman's decision-making and his focus on commercializing OpenAI's technology. Some speculated that the board feared the company's original mission to develop safe and beneficial AGI was being overshadowed by the race for profits. Altman's departure sent shockwaves throughout the tech industry. Microsoft, OpenAI's largest investor and key partner, reportedly expressed concern over the board's decision. Microsoft had invested billions in OpenAI, integrating its AI tools into its products and services, and stood to lose greatly if OpenAI faltered. Meanwhile, a majority of OpenAI's employees signed an open letter stating that they would leave the company unless Altman was reinstated. Their loyalty to Altman underscored the deep divisions within OpenAI, pitting the board's priorities against the will of the employees and investors. After just a few days of chaos, Altman was reinstated as CEO, along with co-founder Greg Brockman, who had resigned in protest after Altman's firing. The leadership crisis seemed resolved, at least on the surface, with a revamped board of directors meant to stabilize the company. However, the events left lingering questions about OpenAI's future and the nature of its mission. The role of Microsoft. Microsoft's involvement in the OpenAI crisis cannot be overstated. As OpenAI's primary investor, with over $10 billion pledged to the company, Microsoft had a vested interest in ensuring stability. It wasn't long before rumors surfaced that Microsoft might absorb the bulk of OpenAI's workforce or acquire the company altogether. However, such a scenario would likely raise antitrust concerns, given Microsoft's dominant position in both the software and AI markets. Despite the speculation, what became clear was that Microsoft held significant sway over the outcome. Altman and Brockman's reinstatement, combined with the potential exodus of OpenAI talent to Microsoft, demonstrated the tech giant's leverage. However, it also illustrated the delicate balance between maintaining OpenAI's independence and managing its relationships with private investors. The events raise a critical question for the future. How can OpenAI continue to fulfill its nonprofit mission while relying on massive injections of capital from profit-driven corporations like Microsoft? The internal conflict, mission versus profit. At the heart of the upheaval at OpenAI is the tension between its founding principles and the reality of its success. OpenAI was established with a clear mission: to ensure that AGI is developed in a safe, transparent, and ethical manner that benefits humanity as a whole. AGI, which refers to an AI system that possesses human-like intelligence and can perform any intellectual task that a human can, is seen by some as the holy grail of AI research, but also carries profound risks. The concern is that AGI could, if not properly managed, become uncontrollable or lead to catastrophic consequences for society. To achieve this mission, OpenAI initially positioned itself as a nonprofit committed to openness and collaboration. However, as the race to develop AI accelerated, it became clear that enormous financial resources would be required to stay competitive. In 2019, OpenAI transitioned to a capped profit model, creating OpenAI LP, which allowed it to raise private capital while still ostensibly adhering to its nonprofit roots. This model limits investor returns to 100x their investment, after which excess profits are redirected toward OpenAI's mission. While this structure seemed to satisfy both investors and mission-driven stakeholders for a time, the launch of ChatGPT marked a turning point. The chatbot's success drew immense attention, bringing in both praise and criticism. Many celebrated the strides OpenAI had made in bringing generative AI to the masses, while others raised concerns about the ethical implications of the technology, from bias in AI responses to its potential to replace jobs and spread misinformation. This is where the internal conflict within OpenAI seems to have reached a boiling point. Sam Altman, as CEO, was seen by some board members as too focused on the commercial side of OpenAI's operations. As demand for ChatGPT and other AI products soared, Altman pushed the company to scale up and monetize its offerings, striking deals with Microsoft and exploring new revenue streams. Critics, however, argue that this focus on profit threatened to compromise OpenAI's mission of developing AGI in a safe and ethical way. The board's decision to oust Altman was likely motivated by these concerns, though the rapid reversal of that decision indicates just how divided the company's leadership was on the issue. With hundreds of employees threatening to leave and with Microsoft and other stakeholders applying pressure, the board ultimately reinstated Altman. But the episode exposed deep fissures within the organization that will not be easily resolved. What's next for OpenAI? As OpenAI moves forward, it faces several critical challenges. First, the company must reconcile its nonprofit mission with the commercial realities of running a business that is at the forefront of the AI revolution. This will require careful balancing, ensuring that the pursuit of profit does not undermine the ethical considerations that are central to OpenAI's founding vision. Second, OpenAI will need to address the internal divisions that led to the recent turmoil. While Altman's return may have stabilized the situation for now, the underlying tensions remain. How OpenAI's leadership chooses to navigate these issues will have a profound impact on the company's future. Third, OpenAI must continue to grapple with the ethical and societal implications of its technology. The rapid development of generative AI has raised serious concerns about its potential to disrupt industries, spread misinformation, and perpetuate bias. As a leader in the field, OpenAI has a responsibility to ensure that its products are used responsibly and that the benefits of AI are shared broadly across society. Finally, the legal challenge posed by Elon Musk in 2024 adds another layer of complexity. Musk, a co-founder of OpenAI, filed a lawsuit against the company, claiming that its pursuit of profit had caused it to abandon its original mission. Musk has long been an advocate for developing AGI in a way that prioritizes safety and ethics, and his lawsuit underscores the ongoing debate about the role of profit in shaping AI's future. In conclusion, OpenAI's recent turmoil marks a pivotal moment for the company and the broader AI industry. The leadership crisis, driven by internal disagreements over mission and profit, highlights the challenges of balancing technological advancement with ethical responsibility. As OpenAI moves forward, its ability to navigate these tensions will determine not only its own future, but also the future of AI. The world will be watching closely.